Hello. So you may or may not have noticed that I haven't posted in a while, like a year. And no, I didn't die. First, sorry about the camera quality. I tried to use my phone, but it's not working. But I realized I never really made a video explaining where I've been or why I haven't been posting. So I decided to make this video to kind of explain what's been going on and more importantly, what's going to be the future of this channel. But first things first, why did I stop posting? Now, since I was a kid, I've always wanted to be a YouTuber. I've had many channels in the past. I had a terrible Minecraft channel when I was a kid, but most of those didn't really go anywhere. But still, I always had a passion for making videos. So about 3 years ago, I got really into Rocket League and Rocket League esports. So I thought, you know what? I think it would be a fun thing to make videos about. And to my surprise, it really took off. The support was just absolutely crazy. I got to meet some of you in real life and I met so many amazing people through YouTube. Like honestly, it was pretty much everything I always wanted as a kid. In the beginning of last year, my interest in Rocket League just started to fade. And talking about Rocket League news every week just wasn't creatively fulfilling anymore to me. So at that point I thought, I'll try to branch out, I'll make other videos as well. And I think me and Sneaky made some really fun videos, but it didn't really help since in the middle of the year I just completely lost all interest in Rocket League and games in general, really. YouTube stopped feeling like something I was passionate about and more like a chore. At the time I made a video about taking a break from this week on Rocket League, but I still wanted to make videos and like I said, I think me and Sneaky made some really fun videos. But at this point my channel started dying because I wasn't posting Twirl anymore. And as a result, I wasn't making any money. All the money I made from YouTube went towards making new videos. So at this point I thought, I'm not really interested in this game anymore. The videos aren't really creatively fulfilling to me. And on top of that, I'm not even making money from this. So what even is the point? And the answer was that I had always wanted to be a YouTuber. So now that I got to this point, I had 30,000 subscribers at the time. I just wanted to hold on to it. And this just made me realize that things had to change. I didn't make a video about this at the time because it was a very chaotic time in my life. And to be honest, I didn't know what I was gonna do. First thing I did was to stop making videos because, I couldn't be using so much of my effort into something that wasn't really going anywhere. I had to start putting my effort into figuring out what I wanted to do in the future. And the first thing I had to do was to figure out whether I even wanted to make videos anymore. But I pretty quickly came to the conclusion that I do still want to make videos. Ever since I was a kid, I've just had a very strong passion for making a story and creating visuals for it and then showing it to other people who hopefully like it. Even when I started losing my passion for Rocket League, what partially kept me going was knowing that there were so many people who just enjoyed what I was making. So I knew I wanted to keep making YouTube videos, but now I just had to figure out what kind of videos I wanted to make. And the problem with Rocket League was that it was a temporary passion. Now, I don't know about you, but I tend to get really into things for a temporary amount of time. I think most people are like this. I was really into ice hockey at one point, and then I got really into American football or football. And right now I'm really into football or soccer football. No one calls it that. Why did I say that? I was into gym at one point. I still go because healthy. And I do like it, but it's not like a passion of mine, this doesn't matter. But the problem with centering your entire channel around a temporary passion is that eventually when you do lose interest, you will be making videos that don't really interest you anymore. And I kind of knew this in my head, but I was just kind of hoping I wouldn't lose interest. So then I had to figure out what are some of the passions that I have that I've had pretty much my entire life. And I came to two things. And those were travel and history. Ever since I was a kid, I always loved geography and going abroad, and I still do. I just think the world we live in is so interesting. And you guys know this if you've ever watched Anton Around the World segment in my old videos. Those segments are basically just us looking at Google Maps and looking at random villages, and that's fun to me. The second part is history, and I remember the first history class in school, and I just thought it was so cool. It was always my favorite class. Essentially, I just love learning about places in our world and how they came to be. But now that I knew that I wanted to make videos and what I wanted to make those videos about, I spent a lot of time trying to figure out what those videos would exactly look like. And I think I finally figured out what kind of videos I've always deep down wanted to make. And for the past year, I've been working really hard to create something that is not only entertaining, but is something that I can be really proud of. So tomorrow I'll be releasing my first episode of my new travel/history documentary series, where we will go to different locations around the world. And not only will we be exploring them in the modern day, but we'll also learn about the history of each place. In tomorrow's episode, we'll be going to Seattle. And I think Seattle is interesting because, I mean, it's a massive city. There's like 4 million people there, yet it was founded less than 200 years ago. So it was super interesting for me to learn how such a big city can just spawn in the middle of the forest. So if you've ever enjoyed my style of making videos, and if you're into history and maybe travel, I think you'll really enjoy this. This is some of the best stuff I've ever made in my opinion. But yeah, tomorrow is gonna be the relaunch of my channel, and I really hope you enjoy my new content. And before I go, I'd like to thank you for all the support you've shown me over the years. This channel has been one of the most amazing things I've ever done. And looking back, I can just be so grateful for all the comments from you guys, good and bad. Also all the people I met in real life, like Finn, I still remember your name. Obviously Quabby, you were also there and you were always so active in the community. And of course there's the Sandblock Gaming guy, who I actually don't know who it is. People think it's me, but it's not me. But I want to thank you for, taking a random joke I made, and, you really made it have a life of its own. And I want to thank you for that. I also want to thank all the Discord mods that we had over the years. And Nifty, of course, it was really cool to get to know you. And you all obviously helped me with my university thesis, so that was really nice of you. And of course, Sneakin' R&R. Obviously, he was my editor for a while, and just one of the coolest and funniest dudes I've got to meet. The past few years making Rocket League videos have been some of the most memorable of my life. And I really want to thank all of you for making this guy's dreams come true. I know a lot of you aren't going to watch my new stuff, and that's fine. But if this is the last time we meet through your screen, I'm really grateful for you being part of my life. And I hope I was able to make you laugh and be a positive part of your life as well. But for me, it's time to start a new chapter in my life, and that chapter is gonna start tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Why did I do that?